Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, home of the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Kentucky ready to go toe meets leather. We take a quick look at the impact players for today's game. What players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
Ball games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Gives it on the option. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Bulldogs look to keep this drive humming. Leaves it with the back. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Power foot him at the 43-yard line. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They're about to snap it for the 10th time on this opening drive, but they need a conversion to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Opportunity of the day. And, David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. They got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
Looking to throw, it's Ward. Throws for the tight end. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. Kentucky sent out the punting unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Gets the first one of the day off, and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Sets up the screen. And this one
to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. And they'll just down it right there.
And the punter pulling out his pitching wedge on that. Look at the spin on this ball. It just died as soon as it hit the ground. Beautiful job.
Runs through a tackle. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Here's the handoff. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Bought a little time, lets it go. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. Kentucky will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. They make the stop on the return, but there is laundry on the field. Let's get the call.
Return.
2
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Sends it back in motion. To the air on first down. Finds his big tight end. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Wants to fire on second down. He's going to throw deep right side. Grabs it inside the 15. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Got it behind the line. It's Patterson. Tried to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Quick release by the QB. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Now facing a third and long. To the air, it's Ward. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wants to return it. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. So now it's second and long. Hand off from the shotgun. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. To the ground. He's got it again. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Got room to work. Turning it on. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Mississippi State rings the cowbell in the red zone. He'll keep it himself. Got enough space, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, we've got a final in a game that just wrapped up here in the SEC. South Carolina steamrolled its way to victory today. They scored off turnovers, they scored on gadget plays, an all-around masterpiece that'll give the folks in Columbia a ton of confidence. Going to be very interesting to see what the fallout from this one is, because as we know, you can't lose games in the SEC like this without some blowback.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The give to the back. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. And the Wildcats come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. To throw, it's Ward. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he's stopped. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll leave it with him. Jukes his way for more. Got enough for the first down. he goes to the right. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. And the Wildcats are flying down the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Knocked down at the 43-yard line, and the interception has him set up in plus territory. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Looking to throw on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Takes the handoff. It's Porter. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a fourth down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit.
Man, you talk about a sideline that was jacked up, excited for the big punt return. And then, man, he makes the big mistake, puts it on the deck, and the momentum goes shifted right back to the other side.
They'll go to the ground. Inside the 50, headed to the end zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one. Now on first and goal, let's see what Mississippi State does. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Bulldog! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
And how about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense, and number 3 is coming soon.
Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. And with the heat he's been under, you wouldn't be surprised if he's seeing ghost every time he drops back. They came into the green. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go. Running back searching for a hole. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Behind the chains now on second and long. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout. And man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass. That's caught. It's Simmons. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Caught over the middle. It's Skinner. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. They'll run it on first and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Can the D deny them on second and goal? He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Wildcats.
And the offense had to have a drive. They had to put points on the board. 0 points until this drive. Down in this ball game. Needed to get some momentum. Gonna need a lot more in the second half if they want to win this football game.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Looking to throw on first down. Complete in the middle. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. The Bulldogs want to pick up the tempo. Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Porter. Oh, he's got some space. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He uncorks one deep. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires deep toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
This defense is going to have to make some adjustments here at halftime because they have been taken advantage of deep down the field in the passing game. They've already given up 2 TD passes. That was almost number 3, and we're only in the first half.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Blasted as he lets it go. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. Mississippi State will put a foot to it to crank up the second half. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
Oh, it's a fumble. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Unleashes one. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. The Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking for a man. It's Ward. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Lofts one high and deep. Snags it. Touchdown, Kentucky. You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. That lead has been sliced to 7, and now they'll try to put something together here. The give to the back. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22. And the Bulldogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. From the gun, they'll try the middle. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Gilmore. At the 45 on his way. Lots of running room. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Wildcats! That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get...
Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Reels it in down the left side. Finds a seam. Touchdown, Mississippi State. And that one will give them the lead. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
You can feel the momentum starting to swing in this stadium. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, running back on the move. Makes him talk to the hand. They'll guide him out of bounds down at the 25-yard line. And the Wildcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Hand off from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play. The linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Looking to pass. It's Ward. Unloads it left. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up. Kentucky will be forced to punt. He'll try to really get into this one. He's got it. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Catch inside the 25. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs. If this dude were a kitchen knife, you would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Caught. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Takes it on the return. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
Pass interference. Defense.
This offense needs all the help they can get today, and that pass interference penalty is a much-appreciated lifeline. Leaves it with the running back. Breaks into the open. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, the give to the back. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Touchdown, Mississippi State. They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
He'll bring it out. It's Patterson. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Running to the left. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Ward. They've got the screen set up. Oh, what a move. Gets away from one, finds some space. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle at Skinner. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. That's caught. It's Simmons. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. We've come to the end of the period, and Mississippi State is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So first down, we'll open up the final period. He's got it on the right. There he goes. How about this freshman leading him on the chase and making the big play after the catch? Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Kentucky!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. To the air on 1st down. Caught behind the line. It's Porter. They'll stop him just short of the 1st down marker on the screen.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
Might as well give it to him again. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. The Bulldogs in a good spot here with State will roll out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. Now on 1st down from the 30. Leaves it with the back. runs for the tackle. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Ward. Hauls it in. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. And the Wildcats are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They send the tight end in motion. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Draw play, quarterback keeps it. Defense just going after him. They stop him for a loss of 6. The Wildcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Turning it on! And he jukes the first guy, made him miss, and picked up a few before being brought down. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the deflection by the defense. Great play on 3rd down brings us to 4th. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Looking to throw on 1st down. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
Snagged in the middle. It's Gilmore. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. Kentucky going quickly.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. He wants to throw it again. Under fire. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Caught in the backfield, it's Higgins. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Wildcats. And they take it in for 6 more points. That big score makes the end of this game very interesting.
No doubt the offense got what they needed. More work to do, but you had to get this part accomplished first.
Lining up to add another. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, we've got a final in that Mountain West Conference Battle of Note. San Jose State showed its toughness on the road and picked up a crucial victory. And every win counts, don't get me wrong. But the victories outside of the comforts of home can really serve as a springboard.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep.
One game, I know, fellas, but this could be one to circle when we consider the big picture there in the Mountain West.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. We'll see how aggressive this defense is with just a few minutes to play. Wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Makes a grab for a big play. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. With jet sweep pass. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give and tick, 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 tick. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The pull and throw off the RPO. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. If they can move that thing 1 yard here, that'll probably wrap this baby up.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He'll toss it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Off the play fake. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. The Wildcats backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on first down. Looks as if he'll work his way forward and get it up to about the 11-yard line. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Back to pass, it's Ward. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Quickly to the tight end. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Back to pass on 2nd down. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Trailing by a touchdown, getting late in the 4th, and this is a huge, perhaps a defining moment in this game. He wants a big play here late. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Got it! And he crosses the goal line for the late touchdown, and that one just might finish this baby off.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meet, coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Ward. Pressure coming. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.